Yeah, as an adult, I give far less fucks about how I'm dressed. Not to say I cared all that much in the.
It's freeing.
Yeah.
I used to care. I cared so much about everything when I was a kid.
Yeah.
That like, I feel like that's a part of like when adults say things are going to get better. It's more so that like some things are going to get better, but other things you just like they didn't matter to begin with.
Yeah. It feels like as you get older, you realize how little things matter. And like, do you have a journal?
Not really. Like I have a couple like I have my joke books, and I kind of have a project where there's a friend that intentionally I wasn't going to see in some time, and so to kind of cope with it, I kind of kept a journal, just be like, hey, this one I'm up to, et cetera, et cetera. I fell off of it like a mug, but sometimes I still go back to it, depending.
It's trippy, man. I've been journaling since like 2017, and I'll go back and I'll listen. I'll read some of the little writings.
You got an ashtray?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, got you.
I'll read some of what I wrote, and everything was so important. Like stuff that is completely innocuous to me now. There's stuff I'm talking about in Riverside that it doesn't fucking matter. Even then, it didn't really matter.
Dude, like, you see me, Chicago Chris cares about a lot of stuff, but like Ypsilanti Murph?
Yeah.
Ypsilanti Murph, like, here's how much I cared about everything. My first high school dance, I think it was my first homecoming. I was dedicated to learning all the Craig Dats. Remember all the Craig Dats that came out?
Yeah.
Like the Soldier Boy, the Yank, the Batman. I was in my mama's basement, just like
getting sweaty, really working it out.
I didn't do any of the dances. Like, dog, we come here to rub our 14-year-old penises on girls' butts, sometimes without consent. And
if you need me to cut anything, you let me know.
Don't cut it, because we need to call ourselves out on it. It was a gross practice.
Yeah.
There was no asking girls to dance. You just walked up.
Yeah.
Women talk about on stage all the time. You just walked up. They looked back to see if you were ugly or not. If you were ugly, you got cussed out. If not, it was whatever. But still, we were out of pocket for that shit.
I agree, and this is gonna make me feel like old, but I kind of wish. Oh no.
That's right. There you go.
I kind of wish we came up in the era of like flappers when they actually did.
That's
they did
too far
flips and shit. No,
that's too far back. Like, because sex before marriage is still frowned upon, and this is where I'm doing my best work.
That's fair. How is so?
Like
Yeah.
the 70s. I feel like the 70s was something like if you like black women, I feel like 70s is like a really good era for like fucking.
Why is that?
Because like we just came out of the 60s, the free love movement anyway, so everybody doing it, but you still had to have like a level of game to really like, hey, do you want to dance? You know what I mean? There wasn't none of that walk up shit. You had to go up, be like, at least, hey, do you want to dance? And they like go from there. That it was just a very masculine era, which has its pros and cons.
You feel like the 70s was a masculine era?
It was a very masculine, especially for black men. It was a very masculine era.
You don't feel like the 60s was a masculine? I feel like every era
The
has been a masculine.
the 60s was a masculine, but like I'm talking about like overly masculine.
Okay.
Like fucking like big chest with just like the vest or whatever, like the afro. Like have you seen The Inkwell?
What is that?
The Inkwell is a movie. Let me pass this back. The Inkwell is a movie starring a young Lawrence Tate. It was one of my mom's favorite movies. It was a young Lawrence Tate and a young Jada Pinkett. And so Lawrence Tate is this corny black kid that goes out to I think it was Martha's Vineyard or something like
water,
that.
by the way?
Yes, please. Thank you.
I got you.
To Martha's Vineyard, and because his uncle had just made a lot of money, whatever. So he goes out there to spend the summer, and so he goes out, hangs out with his cousins, like other black people, and like he gets his hair braided. He comes there with his hair all fucked up, and like he loses his virginity to. Actually, no, he didn't lose his virginity to Jada Pinkett. He had a crush on Jada Pinkett, but Jada Pinkett was fucking Morris Chestnut.
Okay.
Actually, no. Okay, sorry. I haven't seen this movie in a while, and plot points are coming back to me. This one, like, you know, like one of those movies where like you watched a lot because your mama had it on. That's The Inkwell. Is so Morris Chestnut was cheating on his wife, And Lorenz Tate, he was so excited. He got his afro picked out. He had flowers, whatever. He's like, I'm going to fuck Jada Pinkett. And Jada Pinkett was fucking Morris Chestnut. So then he went on the beach crying, and Morris Chestnut's wife was on the beach crying, and then he got fucked by Morris Chestnut's wife on the beach, and that's how he became a man that summer.
This was the spill the tea moment of my podcast. This was great. I love
Spill the tea.
Oh yeah, this
it ain't
feels.
gossip. It's just a movie.
I know if it wasn't.
I want to
movie,
watch it with you. You should come over and watch that shit.
I'm down. I'm down to watch it. We need to do Negro movie night. That's something that we still need to do.
Negro movie night.
That's what I've been doing
Do
with
our
Rachel.
own Prim's Hood Cinema.
I've watched so many like black films. Like Rachel and I will sit down. We'll do Negro movie night, and it is enlightening for the soul.
Did you watch House Party 2 yet?
No, I've only seen House Party 1.
Okay, yeah, y'all come over and watch House Party 2. I got all that on. I got House Party 2 on DVD. You only need to watch House Party 3 if you're a fan of Bernie Mac. Other than that, House Party 3 is kind of useless. Skip a couple more movies, and hot take, the newest House Party movie, I'm not even going to say it was that good. I'm going to say it wasn't as bad as I thought it would be.
Sure. That's when
Kid Cudi kind of saved it, but that's another problem with black media. Black media got to be too cool. Like, look at all the Kid and Play. Have you seen Class Act?
No.
Class Act is another Kid and Play movie. So, like, if you're really charting the 3 best Kid and Play movies, there's only a handful.
This shit is not pulling.
Yeah, it's a story. I should have wrote my own thing. Whatever, it's fine. But
I have stuff. Yeah, keep going. Yeah.
And we'll just put it out. And you got House Party 1, House Party 2, and then you have Class Act. Class Act, it's kind of one of those, ooh, I gotta pretend to be you, you gotta pretend. So basically, I don't know why I'm acting like I have only so much time left on stage. You know Kid, you know which one's Kid and Play are, right?
Kid is light skin.
Yeah. So Play plays, because he's a dark skinned one. He plays this little mini convict. He fresh out of juvenile hall. He's got to go back to school, keep his grades up, right? Kid plays this dork from the suburbs. They get their paperwork mixed up, so the school thinks Duncan Penderhughes, who's Kid, and the school thinks he's Blade Brown. They think Blade Brown is Duncan Penderhughes. It's kind of a statement on if you put certain kids that didn't have a lot in a different environment, they probably do a lot better. Because Blade Brown starts doing decent in school. He's in a better environment. Duncan Penderhughes starts fucking.
I like that. I really like that, actually.
Yeah. And Tommy from Martin plays this gangster that's trying to kill him. It's weird. It's a weird movie.
No, that shit sounds like a lot of like it sounds like fun.
Right.
Yeah.
But like back to my original point, we're not allowed to be like dorky because like Kid and Play kind of works because, or like the Kid Play movies rather, they work because Kid is kind of like this fish out of water. He's not quite sure of himself. That's why people say Goofy movie's a black movie. Because like Max is very like unsure of himself and what's really like in him until he's like, oh shit, my dad's actually cool. He got me backstage and we hacked a Powerline concert. But we don't have that. So like in the new House Party, like there's nothing to overcome. It's just like nigga shit. Like it's just like, oh, I'm a party promoter. I work a job on the side. I got the keys to LeBron James' house. So we're gonna commit a crime real quick. And like nothing's really. It's not relatable. It's just that like. Modern black culture, your swag gotta be on 100%. That's why, if I'm ever in the place to make a TV show, whatever, I kind of want to make a Black Seinfeld,
like a goofy,
just like a goofy, like just normal people fucking up. I feel like there's a beauty to that. Like a lot of black media I see, like they're too focused on the success part. They're too focused on like the glamour part, like everything's fine, or like if a black woman's on TV. Well, that's not fair, because Issa was pretty broke. I was about to say,
Insecure is a goddamn masterpiece.
Insecure is fucking great. I still need to finish season 5.
Oh, you haven't finished it?
I haven't finished it. No, but I got a couple episodes of the season 5, and like In their defense, I was cooking when I was watching it. All I remember there was like a beach party, and I was just like, I probably won't turn this on for a while. But like, I was also cooking at the time, so my attention wasn't fully in it. But I was an insecure freak when that shit came out.
Do you feel like, okay, I have a question that'll kind of dig into that. Do you feel like, what do you feel like, what are you doing? Oh, okay. What do you feel like masculinity is as a black man? Like, because you were talking about, you gotta like, it's a one, there you go. You were talking about how what you admire about the 70s is the masculinity. You were saying when it comes to these film, your Spill the Tea movie story, that had a lot to do with like black masculinity. Like, what does black masculinity look like to you?
Like currently or historically?
Both. And what do you think it should look like?
I don't even know what it should look like because we're in such a renaissance for black masculinity right now that like a clear definition probably won't be available for like another, like 10 years even then. Like gender fluidity is a thing, et cetera, et cetera. But like black masculinity, like in the 70s, which is very problematic, it was very, don't cry, fuck bitches, hold down a job, et cetera, et cetera.
You don't think that is now the case?
It can be, but like it doesn't have to be. I mean, I've been very into something that a thought that I became attached to is that I'm not the traditional male, especially in my current form, or like with what I'm doing right now, just because of my lack of ability to provide.
Two things.
What?
First thing, I really like that you worded it as your current form. Everything to you is anime. And
I'm sorry.
No, I gotta write this down because I do want to talk about One Piece eventually.
Yeah.
Also, you got when you hit it, it's not like a joint. You hit it and then you have to keep lighting it.
Gotcha. Oh, okay, shit. Well, hopefully I will drop the mic this time.
You're good, man. My podcast is sloppy as shit. But masculinity, black masculinity, all of that, all that jazz. I guess, what do you define it from the past versus the present, and then how do you feel about yourself? You said your final form and all that.
My final, because, like, when I say, like, my lack of ability to provide, obviously that won't be the case forever. Like, I do genuinely feel deep down that, like, I'm talented enough to where, like, if I keep pushing in this position, I'll get some kind of checkout comedy where I can, like, derive some kind of, oh, shit.
We're just fucking up.
I thought I was handing it to you.
Oh, yeah, no, we're fucking up. Uh-huh. Okay, so you know that you have the skills to provide.
Yeah, I know I have the skills to perform. I'll get the check for it eventually. But, like, as of right now, like, essentially the traditional form of masculinity where it's like, okay, you have to perform, provide, and, like, be there for your family. Like, I just can't do that right now. I'm not even really built to be a good boyfriend, to be honest with you.
Yeah. Well, you're not.
Like,
are you trying to be a boyfriend right now?
I might try to be one for the fall, but like, if I do, I won't be a good one. Like a good one that's gonna like take that girl on trips and always have time. I'm very into myself right now.
Okay, I gotta ask.
The most I'm gonna do is like you gotta ask me. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Ugh. I gotta ask you about this idea of finances connected with masculinity because I've seen a lot of rhetoric talking about like you ain't got money, you ain't getting bitches, you ain't doing yada yada, and to me,
it's not. I'm sorry.
To me, it's money is not as important to women as in my experience. But I hear you.
It's not as important to some women, but there's still such thing as the general rule. And I'm not even coming from the toxic perspective of like if you make the money though, you gotta make the most rules. It's just like everything's gotta have balance. Like, to a certain extent, it's not even a matter of, like, you gotta have money. It's mostly just a matter of, like, okay, before you take on the responsibility of like, partially taking care of me and taking care of children, can you take care of yourself? And I don't think that's too much to ask from the woman's standpoint. Like, can you take care of yourself? Otherwise, stop trying to bring me on your struggle bus. Yeah. So I'll just keep talking.
Sorry, listeners, if you can hear me.
What do you mean? This podcast is lit. What you talking about?
Before we continue on the masculinity shit, I will say the podcast has been picking up.
Hell yeah.
I've gotten people.
I'm glad to do this again. This is actually a really fun format. There should be more just like niggas chilling in studio apartments with microphones, just talking to shit.
Yeah, just talking. I'm proud with what this podcast is becoming. My goal initially was just to make friends, but in the business end of things, it was like I want to be the place where people go to get to know all of the Chicago comics. Like if it's a like a directory of knowing people's backstory and then getting people back on it and seeing kind of their progression. You get to see the Kai saga and the Christian saga and the Thai saga. Like I'm really see there I go with my anime shit sagas.
It's real. I mean, like if ball is life, anime is life, nigga.
I can't wait to talk to you about One Piece.
But that's I'm about to say that's all comedy is. Me trying to find my One Piece. I'm not like I know I'm looking for something. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it looks like. I'm not quite sure what it is. I'm not all the way sure where it's going to take me, but I'm along for the ride.
I think that's good. I'm trying to find. I'm with you. I'm just trying to find a video.
Yeah.
But with the whole masculinity thing, I get you about like being able to provide for yourself. It's. I think I'm in a place where I've never felt more comfortable in my masculinity. But what my masculinity looks like isn't what I thought it would look like, or isn't to me what society perceives it to be. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that's another thing. Like going back, I wanted to make this point earlier, but I have ADHD.
Yeah. Why I should know.
Like that's half of it. Anyways, just being like really comfortable with yourself. Like I'm comfortable in masculinity in the sense that like I know I'm not like I feel like step one. I'm only saying this because like it's like the main thing like niggas talk about when we talk about masculinity and shit. Like there are some dudes that like, hey, I know I'm straight. I've ruined my life enough over these hoes. I know that it's not any other way.
Yeah.
But then there's the niggas that gotta prove it all the time. It's like, oh, you question
like
yourself a little bit.
Yeah.
Right. It's like, I know I'm straight, but like, even if someone asks, like, hey, if a trans chick is bad enough, would you suck a dick? I'm like, probably. like, if it's like a bad trans chick, like,
sure,
fuck it, let's go. Like, you know what I mean? Like, but like, I still don't see myself as like, I don't know. Maybe it's like a little gay thing. I don't know. But like, you gotta be secure in that. Like, you also have to be secure in discovering new things about yourself. Yeah. You also have to be secure in the fact like, hey, this is how I am now. However, things may be subject to change.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm with you. Especially the discovering, the willingness to go inside yourself and find these things that you didn't realize were you.
Yeah, and like, I was talking with my mom, and like I'm really obsessed with the idea that like I feel like I could only get this idea past 30 because everyone else, like everyone thinks when we were coming up, we thought we were all gonna have like housewife kids by like 25, right? But like people think of that as think of that as like such a end game that like if you married by 25, what else are you really gonna do? Like, you know what I mean? Like, you got a whole, like, 3 other people minimum to really worry about. Maybe 2 if you're, like, stuck with the one kid thing. But what are you really going to do? Like, I'm in a privileged position. My place is pretty solid. I don't have that much of an issue, like, getting, like, the money I need. Like, I'm kind of in a position where I could do whatever I want. Like, obviously not everything I want, but, like, I don't have to worry about people when I want to make decisions about my life. I'm still kind of early in the game. That's a very privileged position to be in. And I feel like our generation is just now finding that out, that, like, I still have shit to do. I still have things I want to, like, chase and whatnot. If you want to do, I know grad school kids that, like, yo, I just wanted to, like, get my degree and get married, just kind of live my life and chill. Like, yeah, that's fine. Like, I need stimulus. I need to go out. I need to, like, do shit. And I think that's something I just realized, like, early on in my 30s. Like, I kind of know what I'm doing. I know what to look out for. I know the things. If I don't have everything I need, I know that I need them. I know what I need to do in order to get those things. But I could do those things because I'm free. You know what I mean?
I do know what you mean. And that freedom, like not having kids. When
Mm-hmm.
I talk to dudes with kids, there's a different, like Laro, you know he has 6 goddamn children.
That every time I hear that, it's like, dang it.
Yeah.
Which I respect. I know a couple of dudes like that are still, and like, shout out to Laro. Laro's going out. He's doing this thing. He touring right now? Is he touring with somebody? Because I see him.
He's all over the place, dude.
Yeah.
I work with this man on a weekly basis. I don't know where the fuck he is. but before you keep going, I will admit, there's a different drive to the guys who have kids.
Oh, yeah. Especially, rappers and comedians.
Yeah.
I know both of them. Yeah, there's a different drive.
Do you know Dave Bradley?
Yeah.
Yeah, so him, Laro, I know there's some other dudes with kids I've talked to. They have a different, like, I need to make this shit work. We're chilling. I'm chilling.
I see what you mean. I'm not so much chilling. Like, my brain every day is like, okay, we need to write this. I need to, like I said, I got a big show in New York coming up in like a month and a half that I got to worry. Yeah.
I'm going to rephrase. I'm chilling in the sense that I am comfortable. Mm-hmm. And I think if you have a kid, you're not comfortable.
Oh, no. And even like Dave, like everyone does it differently. Like Laro got his like several hustles and like Dave, I know he like work at the post. Well, I ain't gonna put his business out on the street, but like
he's doing his thing.
Yeah, like they maintain it, but like they have a different. Like Dave is doing shit in his first 2 years I wouldn't have even thought of doing when I first started. It's like, I just need to get good at it first. He's like, nah, F that. I know I'm at least kind of funny now. Let me go ahead and get all these appearances. Let me go ahead and try like host this. Yeah. That needs a very charismatic person anyway. Yeah. Dave is a very, if you're talking about security, Dave knows who he is. Mm-hmm. Out of like all the men I know, that is the man that knows who he is the most, and it translates on stage and the shit he puts out. I feel like half the time when I get in trouble for saying shit, half the time it's because they feel like you don't really mean that shit. Like, you know what I mean?
Do you feel Okay, because I remember when I first met you, there was that energy, but you don't seem that way as of recent. I wanted to talk about this. Your House of Blues set, I can't wait to make you uncomfortable because I know how upset. Like I know you're gonna want me to insult you and shit. You're not gonna be able to handle this, but that was one of the best sets I've ever seen you have. You looked so comfortable and at ease. You were very you.
And that's the thing. I'm learning to take compliments. So
yeah,
boo-hoo, nigga.
But you also suck, nigga. You ain't never gonna beat me. All right, cool. I balanced it out.
Like, and part of that, A, there was Hennessy in the green room. That's my favorite pre-show drink. And B, it's honestly an effort to be that comfortable on stage, and I aim for that every day. That and I'm really trying to get to not all the way there. I feel like where he's at now is because of external sources too. But like we're getting to that. Okay. I'm trying to be. I'm trying to have that Kanye level arrogance about my shit. Not like current. Like I want to have like Rosewood Suits singles every Saturday. My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy Kanye. That was an era where he was like sure of himself. His brain was still quite right. And like that's why I just now got to the point where it's like no matter what my last set was, no matter especially open mics, no matter what my last open mic set was, no matter like what kind of film, I know that at least bare minimum I am hilarious.
Yeah.
I may not be funny to you, but like I can rock. I can rock a crowd to the point where I've learned to not be so vocal about it, but there's still a couple slots. Right? There's still a couple shows that have booked other people over me, and I will feel insulted. Really? I don't vocalize it as much anymore because like a couple years ago I was wilding, but like still to this day I'm like I'll see some people booked on certain shows like, oh, you a hating ass bitch. That's what that is. Like I feel that in my heart. Like you know, like I said something. I was kind of awkward around you at one point. You still haven't let it go.
Me?
No. I'm saying like whoever booked me for that shit yet. And like there are other shows where I just haven't taken it personal. Like, oh, they just haven't gotten into me yet. Like I don't feel that way about CYSK or anything like that.
Yeah.
But like there are certain shows that, like they know me for a while and they see me fucking blow up, murder their shit in front of them, and I haven't done that show yet. I'm just like, okay, you. And another part of it is that like no show is gonna make you blow up. Not in Chicago. Like maybe like if you got a
it's a steady crawl.
It's a steady crawl, but like they call it the city where you come to get good for a reason. You come here to get good. You don't come here to blow up. You go to, you hopefully find an agent. Maybe you have enough resources to like do the whole New York thing. God forbid the LA thing. But like, the tide is changing. The tide is changing too. Like,
Wait, why God forbid LA?
because I really don't like LA. Kind of scarred me for life. And before I go over that, let me say I feel like the tide is changing. Where like I feel like more industry will be more spread out over time. Maybe like in the next 20 years, we'll see like more industry in like Austin, Portland, Atlanta, like stuff like that. But LA scared the shit out of me.
Why?
Because the plan was always Chicago, but you know, like when you first move out of the suburbs, you have that dream. You're like, what if I go there and I can make it? I went to LA, and the thing that scared the shit out of me, A, it was really expensive, and B, I just got the sense of, I have a friend out there named Kristen Cunningham. She didn't move. She was a comedian. She didn't move out there for comedy. She moved out there for her sinuses. So like that's the main reason she's out there.
Okay.
But
was that wildfire help her out? Does it burn all of the?
A little bit.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
But she still goes out to like the Comedy Store and stuff like that. And as a person who's very casual about it, she said there's such a dreaded thirst from other comics that like want to be passed at the Comedy Store that like it's almost overwhelming and you really don't want to be there.
Yeah, there's it's hard to be authentic in a place where
everybody's fake.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Let's actually for both of our sakes, let's acknowledge not everybody is fake in LA. But but there is a different energy to LA than Chicago. There's a realness about Chicago that is kind of hard to describe unless you live here.
I mean, like, but even so, like, there's still so many, like, I've heard so many times that, like, there's so many people that, like, try to use comedy as an avenue elsewhere. Like, I can't make it as an actor. What if I add comedian to my resume? Right. And they all suck.
That shit dude, I was at one of the comedy clubs. I'll write it down. And that shit happened. Where I was on a lineup filled with models and actors, and it was very evident. And I wasn't even as good as I am now. Like I was, relative to now, I was trash.
Right.
And still, it was obvious.
That's what Chicago do to you, though. Like honestly, if you do comedy in Chicago for like a solid 2 years,
yeah,
you could stomp on most of the territory. Like maybe not Atlanta. And like not New York. New York's a different breed because New York's a different hustle. You may not be able to like slam on the top tier in LA, but like everything you can stomp on some motherfuckers.
I believe it. How is your show going? The Fuck You show.
The Fuck You show's going good. Oh yeah. Before we go over there, let me. Which
I thought was crazy. I was like, of all the places, I would have expected not that.
Clubs are. Do you see as how you said that to me in a note? Do you feel comfortable talking about clubs or no?
We could talk about it, but
do you not want to name? Okay, let's just not name names.
Yeah,
there's a certain kind of.
Before you start, the reason I don't want to name names, I don't want to do all of that, isn't because like it's not like a
You don't want to mess up your own shit, which I get because I'm too eager to do that.
I don't want to mess up my own shit. I don't know everyone enough. I've only been here for 2 and some odd years. Right. Like relative to other people, that's not that long, and I haven't developed a real relationship with these clubs in that way. And even this podcast has shown me like I've made so many assumptions about people until I've like gotten to know them. Nishad was a great episode of that. I made and I got to know him more, and I was like, okay, I just didn't see this angle of you. So when it comes to the clubs, my gripes now might not be my gripes in the future.
Yeah, because you'll be past that.
Yeah,
but even I was talking to Abby through the DMs. Like it's a very long and irritating grind. The irritation. Definite, because like every comedy club is like a business. So like every now and then they're gonna do some Walmart shit. How about, like I'm not gonna drop the club name, but like the contest where like be a comedian.
If you want to type it for context for me, listener. But while you're typing it, and while you're saying all this, to add to this, it's not the.
You know exactly what I'm talking about.
So before we get into this, it's not. the name of the club isn't what's important. It's the experience to me.
Right.
So go ahead.
It's the experience, and like every club has its different experience. Like okay, so for the sake of not naming names, we'll say the big one, the intimate one, and the pizza one. I feel like you know what I'm talking about.
Sort of, but wait. So is this the big? This isn't the big one.
No, that's the intimate one.
This is.
You know what the big one is?
This is the big one.
Yes.
Go ahead. Okay.
So like with the intimate one, and like I said, I like that around like performing in that room. It's just that every now and then businesses are gonna do some Kmart shit, and that's exactly what that contest was. That be a comedian for a day, where like we're gonna charge you so much, some odd money to like.
For some context, I don't know what you're talking about. I've stayed off social media, so I don't see shit.
Okay. So basically, the intimate one is it's not even a contest. It's an experience that you can pay for. Where I'm not even gonna tell you the price straight up. So the contest is, or not the contest. You pay your money, and you write some jokes. You have an hour with an established comedian, which I feel like will just be one of the headliners that live around here that we know. To go over your material, and you get anywhere from 3 to 5 minutes on stage, and you get to hang out in the green room as the comedian experience, which you know as a comic, that's really just a guest set.
Yeah.
It's just like how you're normally treated. Do you know how much they charging?
Can I move? I'm gonna make a guess.
Make a guess.
I'm gonna go fairly high. I'm gonna say 150.
300.
Whoa! Really? That's okay. That is.
But like, yeah. I was livid. But like homeboy I was talking to said, it's a business. Ultimately, I shouldn't even feel that bad because like, who has money for that kind of shit? Some River North douchebag that works in finance. Like, right. Okay, he could take the L. But like,
and he doesn't know it's enough.
But there's also like instances where, like, they'll put somebody on a showcase that like lost a bet or something like that. I'm like, yo, there's people out here for real trying to get it, and you gonna let somebody up there that ain't like put in the same dues, like et cetera, et cetera.
So I think you should, Derek, when you listen to this, message me. Derek, do you know Derek Strong?
Yeah.
Have you seen his episode?
Okay.
He talks about this. Okay, I'm gonna channel some of my inner Derek. So I'm gonna give pushback to what you're saying, but I'm gonna do it from what Derek's perspective is. I think. Mm-hmm. All right. He would probably say like it doesn't really matter, and I think you know that. I think we're talking.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter, but it's just vexing.
It's it's a frustrating experience, and his whole philosophy would be like, don't even worry. Do your best to not even worry about it. And I get what he's saying. Like what you're saying about like it. You even pointed out. It's like it's business. It's just you got to make money, right. And on an artistic level, I agree with you. Like on a respect of the craft, it's like, oh, this feels dirty. You know what I mean? But on a business level, it's like, yeah, man, make your money. I get you. And it looks like it's out, man. You might have to refill it. But your show, the Fuck You show. So I also wanted to talk to you about this because we never like sat down and talked about it. After you pulled me into the back and we're like, hey, man.
Yeah,
you're out of this bitch.
I didn't say it like that.
I hate you, Aaron. I hate you. I don't even know why I don't even know why I said hi to you in the first place. I wanted to say thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Because that whole, for some context for people, I just realized nobody knows what we're talking about. So you made the Fuck You show, which is doing really well from what I'm seeing.
It's doing decent.
Good.
Yeah.
She made the Fuck You show at Lincoln Lodge. I was there in the beginning with Adam. I don't know if Adam's a part of it anymore, actually.
Yeah.
Is he?
Yeah, he is.
Okay. And so you're doing your thing, and I was still new to Chicago. It was like my first year, I think. Mm-hmm. And I didn't know what to do. I was like, I wanted to help, but I didn't know how to help or how to go about it. And after, I think, a month, you were like, hey, man, you're not doing anything.
It wasn't a month. And, like, really, that was that was kind of my thing. Like, it was really just... It was a 2-man project that I had. There wasn't really like that much room for you to do shit.
Yeah.
And like, and at a certain point, like I just got out comedy clubs for this. It was kind of more of like a money thing. It was kind of like, man, I'm splitting money 3 ways. I'm doing it. And like, really, I just need. Adam doesn't even do that much. Adam is just a rotating host.
Yeah.
And like, really, between you and him, it just kind of came down to he messaged me more about it. So like it wasn't like a personal thing. It was just kind of like, okay, I really only need one guy. Where like A, if I want to work a shift at another spot, or like B, I just don't feel like hosting, and like that dude just happened to be Adam. So
yeah, I'm with it, and I'm not. I don't think I ever took it personally because I was glad you let me know because I was feeling weird. Mm-hmm. I was starting to feel like, well, I don't want to quit because nothing's happened. I'm not doing anything. So yeah, man, thank you for letting me know. But your show, how is that? What's been going on there?
I mean, it's been going. I want to find a way. I want to either put more into that show or like try to make another show. But like, there's so much stuff going on in my head as far as what I want to do. Like between like writing packet, I want to like finish my album, my half comedy, half rap album. And you laugh, it's gonna be dope.
I'm excited.
And hold on, did I ever show you that one song I had off that bitch?
Probably. You want to play it now?
Maybe.
Okay.
A little snippet.
Yeah.
But like, yeah. So like, the Fuck You show is like where it's at. It's like a little extra money. It's yeah, it's just like a little extra money, and like people pack out the room just off the name alone. Like people are gonna come to the Fuck You show. Maybe not like during like a couple summer months we were weak, but like freaking August, and like we were like selling tickets for September. Like we look like we gonna be packed again, and like so it's dope. Let me find this song real quick, huh?
Okay. While you're doing that, yeah, with running shows and shit, like the We Got Jokes shit has been.
It looks phenomenal. I can't wait to. I've been meaning to message you about it because I know I was supposed to do it, but like. I needed money. I had to go.
Hey, I get you. We'll get you on eventually. But it's been really okay.
Yeah, there you go.
All right. Can we turn it up?
Actually, let me try to find a good part. Hold on.
Oh, the good part. All right, hold on. Let me.
So for context of the song, the whole overarching, because the album is going to be called The Black Costanza, and so like there's gonna be my bits, and then it's just gonna be me going on weird, like zany, almost disconnected adventures with my friends. Like there's this one song. From this song, actually, we end up in jail, and we'll get to what this song's about in a second. We end up in jail, and this guy I made fun of in the first grade for having big lips, he becomes a like a kingpin of crime or whatever. He's in the jail cell with me. Then his gang comes to break him out, and we're like escaping with them, but he's trying to kill me. And so at the end of the song, Black Jesus comes down in the Cadillac and saves us, played by Ty Riggs. And so the end of the song just goes, we're flying in a caddy with Jesus. We prayed and he came to see us. Praise Jesus. Praise Jesus.
Let me just hear it.
Okay. So this song, basically, I got cheated on by this girl. And so me and my friend Matt, we wait till she goes to work and we break into her apartment and like we just like mess with her things. Like we take the batteries out of the remote and like this is one part of the song where Matt, my friend on the song, he goes, play your son's PlayStation with Cheeto hands. Like just little menacing shit like that. Right. So and the hook is kind of funny. That's my friend Matt. Creeping the hanky pank, bitch. I got your card number. Go run your piggy bank. Damn it. This that hood justice. Clap your shit before you gonna smoke your shit like Brian Bundy's pet. Shit is why you love us. This that hood justice. Hide your girl and hide your mothers. I'm another on the others. If I see her booty cutters. This that hood justice. Clap your shit before you gonna smoke your shit like Brian Bundy's pet. This that hood justice, hide your girl and hide your mothers. I'm another on the others. If I see her booty cutters. I never wanna be the villain, but the streets need healing like a pack of penicillin, and the homes need pillaging, the kids need fiddling. I can't sit straight, my feet is in the well enough. These hoes in the vibes are bigger. Who went for buying honey buns and action figures? Throwing my shit in the rain. My girlfriend pays suck a dick like sugar cane. Between the student loans, I'm breaking bad. Bitch, so why they got shit on this angry lad? I'm throwing cherry bombs in your mailbox. So it's kind of incel energy, but by design.
So
like there's gonna be kind of like an overarching
narrative.
There might be like a cool like ending or whatever. But
what inspired that?
Real event. Like when I was 19, this one girl I was dating named Paige. Like, she was a girl I lost her virginity to, but she was also like homie hopping, like within the group. Not that much. It was like me and my homeboy Juan, and we almost had a duel to the death.
Over this girl?
On top of the Eastern Michigan University parking structure. I was waiting there ready to run the fade, and here's the thing, I'm a crazy motherfucker. So I was sitting there knowing he was a black belt and knowing he was going to take me out anyway. I got my first taste of pussy, and I was ready to fight for it.
Christian.
And I'm sitting on top of there, and so then I just get a call on my phone. He's just like, what are we doing, man?
Christian. You say he is a black belt in what?
Oh, he would have killed me. He
Yeah.
would.
In what?
I
Was he a black
forgot.
belt?
Hold on, let me call him real quick.
Oh, you're on good terms with this person?
Yeah, we're on amazing terms.
That's
One's-
good because he's a black belt.
Yeah, hold
That's
on.
wild. Yeah, please call this man. Did I tell you about my fight with Rodescu?
Yeah, the fight with Rodescu? Was
Yeah.
it like a I think he changed his number. Anyway, it's fine.
Does he have Instagram? I want to talk to this man. if you can bring his ass up, please. So I sparred with Rodescu.
Okay, I'm about to say like a fight?
No,
Okay.
not like a fight. Have you seen the video? Okay, I'm gonna show you the video. So I sparred with Rodescu, and he does Muay Thai. And I'm the jiu-jitsu guy. And we did boxing. So we went from boxing to jiu-jitsu. So we're in his world, and was he answering?
I don't know. I'm calling him on Instagram. We'll see if he answers.
Okay, if he does,
probably at work or some
we
shit.
gotta put him on speaker if he does.
Yeah. Oh shit! Hey,
He's answering?
Yeah, he answered.
Please put him on speaker.
Hey, are you cool? I'm doing a podcast, and I'm talking about our obvious history. You cool? Talk about it right now. All right, cool. Hold on one second.
Okay.
How do you put this on speaker? Hey,
I think
say
that's it.
something. All right, cool. Yeah, so y'all, this is Juan. You still go by Juan Michael OG or?
Yeah, I go by Juan Michael OG.
Okay, cool. So this is Juan, and back about rap days. To be honest, he had a little bit of he had like a tighter hold on her, but like basically we were fucking around the same time. And I'm telling him about the time I was ready to duel to the death on top of this parking structure.
Yeah, bro.
Oh yeah, that was the question. What are you a black belt in? I know you were a black belt in something.
So actually, it was brown belt. I quit before I got my black belt because I felt like they was taking my parents' money. But I was in Taekwondo.
Oh, okay, cool. So like, brown belt versus no belt, you're still gonna kick my ass. So like, the point is, I was so crazy about this chick. Like, yeah, like I had a whole plan. I was gonna like try like take out all the lights of that bitch so you couldn't see. Like, I don't know what the fuck I was gonna do.
Bro, I just remember you calling me driving with cheese in the passenger seat, screaming and yelling, talking about you gonna beat my ass and meet you at the top of a parking structure. And I'm like, bro, I can't believe my friend is calling me. Like, we were so cool, bro. Like, everything was fake.
That was my first taste of pussy. I was wilding out.
Dog, wilding out, bro. And she was so not worth it. I don't even know if I told you this, but when I tried to break up with her, so Pat had came over with Ola, and when they were still dating at the time, and they were over there chilling, and they wanted me to come over. We're gonna have like a little group session, whatever. That was cool. They ended up leaving. I tried to break up with her the same night, bro, and she like broke down so crazy and tried to kill herself in front of me.
Oh shit.
She like ran to the kitchen and grabbed a knife and like held it to her throat, and she was sobbing. And I don't know where I got the reflexes, but like I was there, like I time skipped, like hit, and I was just at her throat, pulled the knife away, threw it on the ground, and just like was like, bro, you're fucking crazy. You gotta calm down. It was insane.
Actually, no. I think she threatened to kill herself on me one time, but I was just trying to get my car back.
Okay, bro.
Dog, that's a common. I'm gonna be a little bit racist. That's like a common thing with like all the light skins in my life. They threaten to kill themselves over some dumb shit at least once. Even like, I'm not gonna say his name, but like remember my first roommate from that first apartment I had?
Not offhand, but fair enough.
Yeah. I feel like that's just like a common manipulation thing. I don't know. I can't say if she was. I can say she probably wasn't. But like, yeah, it got to the point with me and her. she pulled that same shit. And she was like, oh, you want me to kill myself? I was like, fuck it, do it. And that was the end.
Like, bro, it's not my life. I could care less.
It got to that point. Like, dog, I'm lying to my friend. She got my car. I think that was like the second time she did it at that point. And I was just like, yo, whatever, fam. Anyway, thanks for your time, dog. I appreciate it. I don't want to hold you up for too long.
No, you're fine. I appreciate you being on and stuff, man. You have a good one, man.
All right, you too. I'm going to come back in Michigan. I'm going to come see you, all right?
Please do.
All right, cool.
He seems like a good guy.
He's solid. He a little bit of a
anime nerd.
What I mean, we all are at this
Yeah,
point. But
true.
like he gets really like remember when Chronicle came out?
Yeah.
He was really into like telekinesis and shit like that for a while.
Was he trying?
And he met this dude. I forgot where. I think he met this dude online in Guam that was like trying to teach him how to like focus his energy and shit like that. And I remember this dude named Patrick.
Key blast.
Pretty much.
Okay.
Yeah, I remember this dude named Patrick. He's another one of my good friends. He gets on my nerves sometimes, but good friend. I remember they were trying to like teach me like the chakra shit. He's like, dude, your chakra's like a brick wall. And I'm like, did you just roast me? Is that a roast?
That's called Buddhism roast.
I'm like, I know I'm tight, so what?
Yeah, so that dude was a black belt in a brown belt in Taekwondo.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not a game. I mean, I don't know anything about Taekwondo, but if you're a brown belt in the shit, that's fucking crazy. But okay, Radescu. So have you ever seen him fight?
I sparred. Well, okay, I didn't spar with him. He was teaching me. He said I had a good kick, but like I haven't like seen him fight now.
Okay. There's two halves to this. So you're gonna get the boxing half.
Okay.
Where we got the gloves. You're gonna get the jiu-jitsu half.
Okay.
All right. Now save your judgment to the very end. Because I get hit in the face a lot. Damn. He gets me in like the kidney. It's bad.
This is the most playful ass whoop I've ever seen.
Then we got jiu-jitsu. We got the jiu. This is my world.
Oh no! Oh no! Say this is your one. This is like wrestling.
So
he gave up on that. I don't know. I got a lot more leg strength. I could have.
You think so? I got him in a guillotine. It was a wrap.
Oh, okay.
As soon as I got him in it, as soon as I was like, "Oh, I'm in him," you're done. I mean, I'm gonna just wait. I'm gonna wait you out, and it's gonna hurt. But like, yeah, no, I was fighting him, and when he was punching, when he was able to punch, there was nothing I could do. It was so fucked up. So now I'm working with him. I'm working on my boxing a little bit.
I want to take like. That's another reason why I just want like more money. Like, one of the first things we're gonna do when I start making like actual checks is like sign up in like a boxing, mostly boxing.
Okay.
Maybe kickboxing. I don't know like the dealer, but like I just want to learn how like throw hands and maybe like kick every now and then.
I mean, this all started with masculinity. I gotta say, never felt more comfortable in my masculinity post fighting.
Because you can fuck somebody up. Like,
yeah, that's I don't. Yeah.
Like
yeah.
I had a like this weird conflict. I think it was this past Saturday. R.I.P. Young Crip. I was over at
Okay. All right.
I was over at Reggie's.
Detroit days. Okay.
Not Detroit. No, it was like this past Saturday.
Okay.
Yeah, I was over at Reggie's. There's this guy named Young Crip. He's a comic. Apparently, he passed that night. I'm like, oh shit.
We won't need it.
Right, but R.I.P. though. But there's like this guy. My boys Matt and Patrick. They were in town, and I beat this guy like at a basketball contest or something like that. He was just like, you know how like a lot of dudes get like real huggy when they drunk or whatever. So I got out of it, and so I just kind of like lightly put my hands up. Hey man, back up a little bit. And so he's another anime nerd. And he's just like, dude, like I'll like very common, like don't like I will fucking beat your ass, bro. And I'm all like, and Matt's like, dog, we were back with my Patrick at this point. Like, dog, there's three of us. That's not wise. Right. That's not
power in numbers.
Like, we know each other since middle school. We will jump the fuck out of you. And like, it was particularly me, which I get it. I was the doughier one out of the three, but like, nigga, don't do that. And then he followed us downstairs. We thought it was over. I'm about to go to the Reggie's bike. He followed us downstairs, and he's like, "You ever see Jujutsu Kaisen? You know, like where he eats like 12 spirits. I'm that guy." I'm all like, "Okay, nigga."
Yeah, when you make references to Japanese anime while also fighting, you're either a dangerous person or you're incredibly weak. It's one of the two.
Nah, like I kind of like felt like you can ever tell by someone's handshake. It's just kind of like he's gonna be a problem. Like, you know what I mean?
Like trying to hurt you right in a
Not
handshake.
even trying to hurt, but like you can just tell by let me shake your hand. See, like you kind of know how to fight. It's like it's a solid, like, you know.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Like solid, like it wasn't that's like a firm grip, but it's like, oh, his hands rough a little bit. He kind of knows, like, you know. Yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, you can tell a lot by you learn a lot from contact. It doesn't happen a lot.
But I think you should take boxing. I think you'll feel great.
When I have the money, it's gonna be one of the first things. Like,
why boxing?
like,
why that one in particular?
Because I feel like throwing hands is enough, and like.
Watch them.
I don't know. I'll probably get like I said, I'll probably do kickboxing or something like that.
Sure.
And like shit like that. But like, I don't know. I feel like there's like a lot of like white women at kickboxing classes.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah.
That's when they do a style. I've seen a lot of them do kickboxing.
Right. I need to be a lot of like, in a very homoerotic way. No. Like I need to be around that.
Dudes.
That dude camaraderie. That's why that's the only thing I miss about football. We got our ass whooped every game, but there was like a certain like male camaraderie.
That's important. People don't acknowledge that shit.
Before someone attacks that shit. Like, male camaraderie isn't toxic. It can be, but like,
yeah, but
it's not inherently toxic.
I think in a martial arts setting, it's not because you're getting this aggression out in a way that is productive. People are supportive of each other.
They're supportive as shit. Like, you remember 100? Have you ever seen Mob Psycho 100?
Oh, that's the one who with the
psychic boy.
Yeah.
I haven't seen past like maybe like second season, but like in the first season, he's trying to dissociate himself from his like, you know, mental power. So he's trying to get bigger. He's trying to work out, but he's like failing at everything. But he's like around like all these big like gym bros. And they're the most supportive dudes. Yeah. It's almost a trope. Like, he comes in last, like, good job, man. Yeah, you finished. Yeah. I'm like, that's exactly what gym. Like, you find a good gym, that's exactly what it's like. And it's so cool. Like, it's not like if you find like a real toxic, like, gym dudes like harass women and all that shit, he has like 2 other friends that do that shit with him. If you find like a gym group, bro.
Yeah.
Like, bro shit could be the dope shit sometimes. I swear to God.
They keep everyone keeps everyone in check. It's
right.
like it's real nice, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm excited, and I want you to come with me and Radescu to.
Actually, you've watched One Piece, so I have to now.
Yeah.
That was the deal.
That was the deal. Which we'll get into One Piece, but I like. I want to start my own Chicago comedians fight club, like real fight club, like real dudes.
Why you want us all to get our ass whooped by Rovan?
Does Rovan fight? Does Rovan Hill fight?
Does he look like he can't fight?
He looks like he scraps. Radescu fights, and Rovan looks like he scraps.
And Rovan's, depending on your crazy level, scrap beats fight, nigga. Fuck your technique if a nigga will bite your testicle the first chance he get. Like, no.
On the off chance Rovan listens to this, hit us up. Join the fight club.
I ain't fighting Rovan outside your mind.
But like in an environment where it's soft and squishy and you got your socks off and you know you're straight, it's fun. It's fun.
It's fun. Like, yeah, I'll fight you. I'm saying, like, I would not want to fight Rovan to the death.
I mean, you know. Have you ever seen goddamn. This is a Japanese film and it was about a school where the battle royale.
Battle. Oh yeah, that was the thing that Hunger Games is based off of, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, battle. Yeah, I saw that. It was the craziest shit ever.
Really wild.
And I was like, yo, Hunger Games ain't touching this.
Okay,
They gave one kid a Uzi, they gave another kid a pot and a pan. I'm like, dang.
One Piece. I'm on episode 11. I'm not enjoying myself.
What's the 11th episode?
I'm
telling you, once you get to Arlong Park,
I believe you. Umar, the dude with the Pinocchio nose. Usopp.
Yeah.
We're in his island. He's been.
That was like one of Oda's first arcs where like the shit don't pop off immediately. But I'll say this, you know, The Butler.
Yeah.
Watch The Butler.
Okay. I know that the butler, he had a plan all along for 3 years. All the stuff. And I think they're about to do some sort of fight.
Yeah. So it's about to like that. Like the climax of that arc is about to come. You'll start enjoying yourself again. But after that, they go to Barati where you meet Blackleg Sanji, boy. Blackleg Sanji. He not only is he the third strongest fighter, but he can whip up the pots. That's another cool thing about like One Piece. You enjoy like the characters in their element. Like that's Sanji's thing. He likes to cook. So much of the fact like he's the strongest fighter, but he only like does kicks because he only uses his hands for cooking and pleasuring women.
I like the characters. I think that's what's keeping me in it.
Right.
The characters are all really distinct, and that's what I love about My Hero Academia. Anime in general, they have good character work. So I've been enjoying that. I understand that feeling of like just be patient. So I'm just trying to be patient. But right now I'm not in it. But we'll see, man. I got 1,000 episodes.
I appreciate you working through it because like there are a lot of Oda-isms. That's a guy's name, Ichiro Oda.
Okay.
There are a lot of Oda-isms that like Oda is more than like any other like manga artist. He takes his time with like establishing shit, and like there's like a lot of like character building and world building involved. It gets to a certain point where like once you get to New Island, that island itself becomes like its own anime more than anything else. It's especially once you get to Dressrosa, which isn't for a while from now. But like yeah. I'll say this: Barati is gonna be a little bit better than Orange Island, which I think that's or Syrup Village, wherever the fuck Usopp's from. See, I barely remember that arc.
Yeah.
But I kind of remember Barati a little bit more. But once you get to Arlong, shit gonna be lit.
I'm gonna keep going.
Give it till I'm just saying, like, give me this. Just give it till Arlong. Yeah.
And
once the fish people pop up, it gets lit.
as far as me following through, it's like, yeah, I mean, I said I would do it, so I'm gonna do it to the best of my ability. I'm gonna do it.
I will say this: it does start off kind of. It took me like a good couple of months to like really like push through it. Till I was like, oh no, this shit's lit. Like, you know what I mean? I had to be like moving out and figuring shit out and stuff like that while it was happening. So the weed helped. Weed helps in the first part of One Piece.
I believe that. I'm waiting for My Hero to come back.
I need to catch up so bad. I fell off a little bit during when the classes were fighting each other.
Oh, that's early. Wait.
No. This wasn't like the first class tournament. It was like they came from a different school.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And they were going for some sort of residency thing, and they were, I know what you're saying.
Yeah, something like that. From what I understand, apparently Dark Deku popped up, and
Dark Deku.
Is there like an arc where like Deku starts wearing rags and shit or something like that?
I mean, I haven't gotten to it if that's the case. I don't know because I don't read manga and shit. I want to get into comic books.
Comics were fun. I kind of wish I had more time or like the space because like that's the main thing. If I go back to my old collected days, it's gonna stack up. I just don't have the space for it.
Yeah.
Like I have like like those long boxes.
Yeah.
I got like 7 of those back in my parents' house, and that was from me collecting from like I think like 2011 to like 2018, and I think like my average was like every week. I think I spent like $35 on comic books, so like I think I got like a solid like 5 or 6 every week. And they were mostly Marvel titles, except for like Batman or maybe like a special Batman related event to DC. But
I'm a movie guy. Like I collect. So you have my CDs, and it's like nice and compact. You know what I mean?
Right.
You know when you're doing a podcast and you're like, oh shit, I'm having a conversation with a person that's not going to be interesting to anybody else. That's
One Piece.
Like as we were talking, and it is what it is.
I don't know. There's more One Piece fans than you think. Like I was able to. I'm not going to stop you from that, but I met Ty Clay, who doesn't get around a lot, but they are a comedian.
Oh, okay. I don't know.
And I think they're starting to get around more, but I first met them at Comedy Bar, and they had like a Nami shirt on with her bounty. I was just like, yo, Straw Hat. They were like, what? And that's how we met.
Yeah. I think I'm been smoking with you. Do you know Harold Patrick?
Yes, my
Okay.
son. I've adopted Harold Patrick as my son.
Oh,
I don't
really?
I don't know if he likes it or not, but I've been doing
He seems
it.
affable.
Right.
Wait, how did you meet him?
Just hanging around Mike's. I think I was doing Power Hour, and I was hanging around like Cat D. And I think we were just talking or whatever. He's an affable young man.
He's a nice
yeah.
guy. He
Talk about he doesn't have a
podcast.
girlfriend. I'm like, dog, you are a skinny white dude. You are so in right now. It's upsetting. It's so upsetting.
He does he want a girlfriend? Is he trying to?
He said something about like he's on the Tinder ish. I don't think he's 21. I feel
Yeah.
like that age you really want a girlfriend, but like you want like consistent sex. So
Yeah, it's
you
figuring
pretend
a lot of stuff
you
out.
pretend you want a girlfriend.
I
yeah.
get you. But he's big into the marijuana, as I'm sure you're aware.
Yeah.
And yeah, so I spoke with him, and in the podcast, I'm like, in my head, I'm like, this is so uninteresting. This is so fucking boring. I keep thinking like, this is so fucking boring to people, but it is what it is.
Right.
Yeah. So you want to end the podcast soon?
I'm about to say, you trying to end the podcast, bro? Yeah, we can do that.
All right. I've been doing this.
I don't know. Did we? What did you write down? Because I feel like there was like some tea I fell off on. I don't trust my. First of all, I'm gonna get my ADHD diagnosed, so I don't sound like a douchebag. But I'm pretty sure I have it.
Yeah.
That's the way my brain works.
Yeah.
But
what the things I wrote down?
yeah.
I wrote down like the fuck you show. The masculinity thing was what was. Yeah, let's not end so abrupt and poorly here.
You want
Let's,
to end this? I don't know, man. You want to get something to eat with me?
let's land this plane. What do you have to do after this, by the way?
Nothing. I was going to see if you want to get some food. I ain't eat yet.
Yeah,
I woke up. I'm pretty sure as soon as I woke up, I saw your message like, oh shit, I do have that today.
There's a Mexican restaurant right down the street we can hit.
Cool beans.
It's so good.
It's
too.
good. I'm down
Oh.
for a torta.
You know what? Shit.
What? You gotta do shit.
No. I'm poor.
Ah.
Like I'll explain it. Don't let me when this is all done. I'll explain
Right.
my financial situation. But we'll figure it out.
Mm-hmm.
Masculinity, manhood, all the shit.
Mm-hmm.
That was the thing I wanted to talk about.
We can do a quick 2 minutes on that.
I guess that's what it was. Okay. All right. I remember. It's all coming back to me. It's all fucking coming back. I had a video I wanted to show you, and I wanted your opinion of it.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it was. And I think it's about men and women and that dynamic. Here it is.
Find your woman when you're young, when you're broke, so you guys can grow together.
Don't date shorties when you're broke. There's a massive divide on this conversation in this generation. And I'm going to give my 2 cents on it. First, in this video, this guy's saying you don't date girls when you're rich because they'll be gold diggers. Here's the thing. That is somewhat true, but here's the thing. When you're rich, you have much more leverage with women. So you're able to command more out of their lifestyle because of that. They understand you have a lot more economic success and you have a lot more sexual opportunities, so therefore they act more in line. Now here's the thing. When you're broke, a lot of the times you don't have much leverage because you're broke. So therefore you can only make certain mistakes, bro. That's what I'm saying. Like if you have a shorty, she has just a couple of options, guys. You make one little mistake and you thought she was loyal, boom. Now she's going to talk to Tommy. Why? Because you can't show her the experience that she wants. A lot of times girls are not focused on productivity. Girls are not focused on getting better, going up the socioeconomic hierarchy, getting better at investing, going to the gym. They don't care about that. They want to have fun, have some mimosas,
All right,
go travel.
let's go ahead and
you know what I'm
cut
saying? Sit
that.
down with
He's at first I agreed with him, but he's a little red pilled. He's coming from the perspective of like money means you have control. I'm coming from the perspective of like if you're meeting a woman that wants to build a life, then she wants someone that can assist with that. So like from that perspective, I will say no, like I'm not saying be rich, but just like be able to take care of yourself and not struggle financially. That's the goal before you involve someone else. And like how you combat gold diggers, this is where men fuck up, and men are kind of getting over it. Men are just now getting over this thing where they want the baddest bitch on the block for the sake of having the baddest bitch on the block. There are plenty of bad women everywhere. You know what I mean? That's what I mean by there's plenty of fish in the sea. Like there are many women of different kinds, different shapes, different ideologies, whatever. You know how you combat having a gold digger? Once
How?
you finally get money, you get a woman that has her own shit going on. but men are too insecure to do that. I want a cool ass. If I get married, I want a cool ass wife. I want a cool ass wife that like maybe has her own business or went to school or like she has something to talk to me about that happened at work that wasn't like some old like regular old bullshit. I want a cool ass wife, but like a lot of men that like get on these platforms, they act like, oh, you know, like you gotta have the money because like the girl you with, if she a bad bitch, she go be broke, so you gotta take care of her. Like no. Like be able to take care of yourself. Find a woman that can also take care of yourself, so you gotta worry about gold digger because she got her own shit. You have her own shit. Y'all could just do whatever y'all need to do together. Stop trying to go for. I'm not saying all of them are airheaded, but like stop just trying to find the prettiest girl on Instagram and you're pretty much covered. Do the work and try to get to know the person if you're that insecure about someone leaving. Because that's all about, oh, she didn't leave me because I didn't have enough money. Like, she left me because I didn't have enough money. Which, I had a situation that was very similar to that because I did not have my shit together. But I'm not going to frame it as like, oh, she want a boss. Because she didn't. I just didn't have... Patrice O'Neal said it best. Women just want to know that they don't have to be your mama. And that's all of it. And like... The one woman I really wanted, I did not give her that sense of she wouldn't have to be my mama, which I respect that because she's on a totally different track. She's going to be very successful. My shit is still very up in the air. And I feel like it would be very healthy for us as men to stop acting like a woman wanting a man to have his shit together, have his ducks in a row, his credit be right, and like at least make like what's a suitable like range, like what, 75,000 a year in today's
months,
economy.
But yeah, I go through months. So if you say the amount of money of that, whatever that year is in months, that's how I look at it.
Yeah, like you know, a couple grand a month, like 3,000 a month, like that's solid. Just like. Women want to be with you, not take care of you. Stop looking for a second mother. Find someone that you actually enjoy being around, someone that you don't have to take care of, someone that has their own shit so that y'all can just come together and it be stress-free, essentially. You're still going to have to do, like, if you love your girl, you're still going to have to do, like, the chivalry shit, open doors, just so she has something to talk about in the group chat. But, like, for the most part, if you find a woman with a good head on your shoulders and she sees that you two have a good head on your shoulders, you enjoy each other's company, she ain't going nowhere.
I think that was a great, smooth little transition out to that awkward bump we had. Good job, Christian.
You know.
All right, this is the last.
I'm not a chauvinist. I'm just a misogynist for fun. But like, I believe in women in general.
This is the last question, and you got to say it to the camera, okay?
What's up?
All right, so pretend the camera's you in 5 years.
Okay.
What would you like to say to yourself 5 years from now?
5 years from now? Like, do you want me to go back in the past? Or you want me to like say something to the future?
Future
Oh,
you.
okay. You probably did well. So, yeah. In case I am watching this in the future, I hope you're enjoying your new apartment. Good job on the whole comedy thing. And I'm not going to put a bad bitch on you, but like I know our tastes. So like if you're in a relationship, good job. All right, cool. So yeah, see you in 5 years.
All right, let's take this picture.